13 years have definitely been unforgettable. For most of us, our lives together began our first day of kindergarten. We quickly got to know one another and started relationships that would last us a lifetime. Our fears of leaving our parents faded once we realized this place wasn't too bad after all. Besides, all we had to do was color, play outside, and bring something once a week for show and tell. But I am forgetting the infamous nap time. It was definitely the most dreaded part of the day. I remember Mrs. Asselford basically having to tie us down just for a moment of peace. Now that we have finally mastered the skill of sleeping mid-afternoon, we get in trouble for it. Sometimes we wish they'd just make up their minds. Our innocence left us somewhere around 3rd grade. Mrs. Hausman, we swear it was Mrs. Echdal's idea to let the hamster run through your room. As for having babies beneath your sink, well, that wasn't our fault either. The rest of elementary went fairly smoothly, except when Jacob Ducine stuck a paperclip in the electrical outlet, the snakes got loose and slithered through the ceiling, and our teachers had to pull a few hairs. But all in all, we survived. It wasn't too long and we graduated to junior high. It seems like yesterday that we were running frantically down the hall to get to class on time. Those trapper keepers and book bags definitely came in handy because there was no way we could make it to our lockers in between classes. Not only do we have to remember locker combinations, class schedules, and 7 different teachers' names and rooms, but we had to keep our sanity at the same time. While most of us eventually managed to get to class in under 3 minutes, Shannon was the only one that could never do it. As we eventually learned to appreciate the new freedom of high school, we got the biggest privilege ever, our licenses. We thought it was great that we could finally go anywhere, within 5 miles of the house, of course. It's a time in our lives I think our parents probably dreaded, but no need to worry, because most of us are very good drivers. Katie only hits deer, and Tessa has maxed out on fender benders. Looking back, the most memorable part of our journey through OHS came during senior high. We were finally the big kids in school. Although we were all trying to balance out schoolwork with jobs, sports, clubs, friends, and family, we had the best time of our lives doing it. It was the weekend bonfires, nights to the movies, and midnight trips to Walmart that made the years enjoyable. Not even mentioning the success of the sports team, science Olympiad, and Knowledge Bowl. Some of our biggest laughs came about during homecoming week. Seeing Sam in a lady's nightgown was definitely priceless. And we all remember the time Jacob licked milk off the floor for $1 he never got. Or when the boys moved the candy machine into the elevator. It's times like that we will remember throughout our lives. Just as life-changing events occurred right within our school, many national triumphs and tragedies have occurred throughout our lives. We were all here the day our parents watched in horror as the Challenger space shuttle exploded, killing its 7 crew members. Or when the Hubble Space Telescope was launched, giving us new light on the outside world. We have been around to see wars start and wars end. We were old enough to remember the year we lost 2 great people in Mother Teresa and Princess Diana. We have seen technology change lives and even the course of life itself through cloning. Many of us watched as Sammy Sosa and Mark McGuire shattered records set by the eminent Babe Ruth and Roger Maris. News broke as we lost another hero, JFK and his family. We sat in school as we saw the World Trade Centers come crashing down and freedom at stake. Now we watch brave men and women fight in distant countries to preserve our liberty. And yes, we were all around to experience something that only happens once in 1,000 years, the millennium change. Over the course of our lives, we have seen history in the making. Now, with new hopes and expectations, our generation will continue to change the world. We, the class of 2003, have been through ups and downs together and have only come out stronger. We have seen America, as well as each other, change and grow over the years. We wouldn't have done it without the help of our teachers, coaches, friends, and of course, parents. You are the ones who have made us who we are today, and through you, we will strive to continue to make a difference. Take a good look at those graduating tonight. Sitting among us may be the next Kevin Garnett, Ben Affleck, or Lucille Ball. As we sit here anxiously awaiting our future, we cling tighter to our past. Like the day we walked into kindergarten, we are again heading into uncharted territory. Behind us are memories, beside us are friends, before us are the dreams that will never end. So remember all the great times we've had with one another, and best of luck to all of you, class of 2003. Thank you.
Thank you. Tim Dirkus, $500.
William Orville Quisdorf. Laura Jean Rasmussen. Ginger Ann Retzical. Shay Isaac Thomas Radetsky. Elaine Ellen Sorley. Heidi Salvestein. Tracy Lynn Thorson. Raquel K. Walsh. Robert James Walsh. Great.
I would like to take this time to thank all of you for coming tonight and sharing with us in the biggest night of our high school careers and sending us off on the first day of our new lives that are yet unknown to us. Most of us will be going to college next fall and pursuing our new careers. Some of us may stay home and work for a year. Some of us may go out and serve our country in the military, and possibly some of us may never go to college. Wherever the pathways may lead us, we will always be the class of 2003. Some of us may never come back to Osakis High School, and maybe never back to Osakis at all. But for those of us who do come back and walk through the halls where so many memories were created, we will always know that this place was our home for so many years of our lives. Graduation night is an important night in all of our lives, and tomorrow is when our new lives start. I would like to thank those of you who have helped this class get to this stage in our lives, to our parents, for always being there and supporting us whenever we needed it, to our teachers and coaches for giving us the knowledge and confidence that we need to succeed in life, and the most important of all, to our friends, who through all these years have been there and supported us through the good times and the bad. I would like to take this time to bid a final farewell to all of my classmates. All of you have given me so many memories that I will take with me and cherish for the rest of my life. The friendships we started in kindergarten have grown and become stronger throughout the years. Throughout those years, we have created unforgettable memories. We are now going to take the knowledge from our teachers and coaches, the support from our parents, and the memories from our friends to go out into the world unknown to us, to achieve our goals and strive for a successful future. Before all of us walk out of here tonight, for one last time, I would like to share with all of you a poem I found in a chicken soup book. It is a toast to all of our years spent together as the class of 2003. A toast. Raise your glass to the sky with hopes and dreams held high. To the graduates, a toast. Here's to the friends we lost and gained, and the people we'll never know by name. To the bonds we've made and the albums we've filled, memories that we fade but never be killed. Here's to the phone calls filled with tears and the hours spent talking away our fears. To the people we thought deserved our hearts, whom now we bash and rip apart. Here's to the pictures and frames of stories to say that we will be sure to pack when we go away. To the football games we watched beneath the lights and our cheers and chants drifting into the night. Here's to proms and dances and high school romances. To homecoming games with all the wins in our name. Here's to late nights we spent cramming for tests and mornings where coffee made up for the rest. To the dances and events we took months to create, the night before worries that came too late. Here's to the tears we knew we'd
people and places we say goodbye, to the wild and bizarre things we've done that we will remember to be the most fun. Here's to the letters we've left unsigned. May our identities be revealed all in due time. To the relationships we wonder how we ever lived without, and the crushes we look back on and laugh about. So now it is time to place our glasses down, put our caps on, and turn our tassels around. Listen for our names and let them echo through, and realize how fast these 4 years just flew. Good luck and God bless to the class of 2003.
Yeah!